In the great Game of Thrones, strength often wears the shape of swords, gold, or dragons. Yet sometimes, power comes dressed as wit, strategy, and an unyielding will to survive. This is the story of Tyrion Lannister, mocked as a half-man, underestimated as a fool, yet feared as one of the sharpest minds. The lion born in shadow. Tyrion Lannister entered the world marked by tragedy, his mother Joanna's death during childbirth. From his first breath, he was blamed for a crime he did not commit. His father, Tywin Lannister, viewed him as both a personal embarrassment and a living insult to the Lannister legacy. While Jaime, the golden son, reflected Tywin's pride, and Cersei embodied his ambition, Tyrion was seen as an imperfection, a reminder that even lions can birth cubs that appear weak, but appearances deceive. The Lannister words are "hear me roar," and Tyrion roars not with might of arm but with might of mind. His wit is his sword and his intellect his armor. From his youth he learned that the world would know. Childhood rejection shaped his worldview. Tyrion never knew parental warmth. Tywin's scorn taught him early that love was conditional and Tyrion would never meet those conditions. The need to prove himself. Mocked as the imp and the half-man, Tyrion internalized a paradox. He both loathed the world for its cruelty and longed to earn its respect. This duality fueled his political genius, the mask of humor. Tyrion discovered that humor disarms hostility. By making others laugh, he gained a measure of control. This wasn't merely charm, it was survival. Despite his family's contempt, Tyrion inherited Tywin's sharp mind and Joanna's warmth. He learned how to use wealth, knowledge, and influence like weapons. A true lion is not measured by size, but by pride, cunning, and the willingness to fight for survival. Tyrion is every bit his father's son, though Tywin would never admit it. Ironically, Tyrion shows the best and worst of the Lannister traits: pride, cleverness, and the instinct to dominate any battlefield, even radical acceptance as power. Tyrion does not hide his flaws, he flaunts them. By naming his own weakness before others can, he robs them of their sting. This self-deprecating armor keeps him emotionally invincible. Control of narrative. Tyrion masters how people perceive him. By exaggerating his vices, wine, women, jokes, he lowers expectations, which he then surpasses with strategic brilliance. Cognitive flexibility. While other Lannisters cling to pride, Tyrion adapts to change. He's pragmatic rather than rigid, a trait that makes him survive wars, betrayals, and political upheavals. Tyrion studies people rather than just power structures. He understands motives, fears, and desires better than almost anyone in Westeros. As Hand of the King to Joffrey, Tyrion demonstrates an ability to rule effectively in chaos. He cuts through vanity, installs order, and makes tough decisions, all while outmaneuvering his sister Cersei. Lions don't just fight with claws, they dominate through presence. Tyrion's presence is intellectual dominance, making enemies underestimate him before destroying them in debate or strategy. Tyrion's genius is balanced by deep wounds in his personal life. His yearning for love is both his strength and his greatest weakness. Unlike Tywin, Tyrion genuinely craves human connection with Shae, with Jaime, even briefly with Sansa. The Tisha trauma. Tyrion's first marriage to Tisha, a commoner, ended in cruelty when Tywin revealed she was paid to love him and forced Tyrion to watch her violation. This scar shaped Tyrion's mistrust of love and distorted his sense of self-worth. The Shae betrayal. Believing he finally found true love, Tyrion trusted Shae only to be betrayed in court, shattering his heart and confirming his deepest fear that no one will love him for who he is. Compassion versus cynicism. Despite his pain, Tyrion retains empathy. He defends outcasts, counsels Sansa, and shows mercy where his family would not. But betrayal pushes him toward bitterness, culminating in Tywin's murder. Killing Tywin is Tyrion's ultimate act of defiance. For once, he stops seeking approval and claims his own destiny. Tyrion Lannister is more than a clever tongue in Westeros. He's a survivor in any arena. When cast out after killing Tywin, Tyrion's political instincts do not wither, they sharpen. His journey to Essos exposes him to new cultures, new rulers, and a new kind of power that no Lannister gold could buy, adapting to foreign power structures. In Westeros, Tyrion navigated court politics, aristocratic, tradition-bound, obsessed with bloodlines. In Essos, power isn't bound by titles. Tyrion must deal with mercenaries, slave cities, and Daenerys Targaryen's revolutionary vision. This shift shows Tyrion's flexibility. While Cersei clings to brute force and Jaime clings to honor, Tyrion discards illusions. He studies people, not banners. Key diplomatic traits. Negotiation as art. Tyrion uses reason, humor, and flattery to disarm enemies rather than threaten them. He talks his way out of execution multiple times, something even the great Tywin couldn't have done. Alliance building. When he meets Daenerys, Tyrion quickly assesses her character. Unlike sycophants, he advises with honesty. He knows how to temper power rather than blindly serve it. Strategic patience. Tyrion is never in a rush to claim glory. He invests time in building trust, even with strangers who might kill him. No analysis of Tyrion is complete without dissecting his relationship with his family, particularly Tywin and Cersei. Both see Tyrion as an insult to their Lannister pride, yet neither matches his intelligence. Tyrion and Tywin, the cruel mirror. Tywin despises Tyrion not because he's unworthy, but because he is worthy. Tyrion is Tywin's intellect, distilled, cunning, pragmatic, unflinching, but but Tywin cannot bear the thought that his legacy rests in the hands of a son he sees as deformed. The hypocrisy of Tywin. Tywin accuses Tyrion of being a drunken fool, yet Tywin himself fathers illegitimate children and schemes ruthlessly. Tyrion merely refuses to hide his vices. The patricide as rebellion killing Tywin is Tyrion's ultimate rejection of conditional love. For the first time, Tyrion stops begging for respect and claims it through force. Tyrion and Cersei. Hatred born of fear. Cersei blames Tyrion for their mother's death. Sibling chess game. Every exchange between them is a duel of words. Cersei wields emotional manipulation. Tyrion counters with brutal truth. Tyrion's trial in King's Landing, where Cersei orchestrates Shay's betrayal, is the breaking point. His defiant speech exposes the hypocrisy of everyone present. Unlike Cersei and Tywin, Tyrion sees beyond the Lannister name. He knows legacy is hollow if it rots from within. Tyrion Lannister is not only a strategist but a philosopher. His view of the world is shaped by pain and clarity, core beliefs. Power is perception. Like Varys, Tyrion understands that power resides where people believe it resides. He manipulates belief, not just gold or swords. Justice is a mirage. Tyrion sees that justice in Westeros is simply the privilege of the powerful. His own trial proves that guilt and innocence mean nothing when the verdict is written in advance. Humans are predictable. Tyrion knows people seek love, wealth, or survival. By identifying what someone wants, he gains leverage. Tyrion's compassion is both strength and liability. Unlike Tywin or Cersei, Tyrion cares about human lives, not just political victories. His failures show that even the greatest minds cannot control every variable. Tyrion's genius is pragmatic, but his heart sometimes clouds his judgment, proving he is not a machine, but deeply human. Many see Jaime as the golden lion and Cersei as the lioness protecting her cubs. But Tyrion, he is the lion of the mind. His roar is not in steel or blood, it is in intellect, adaptability, and a refusal to break under pressure. Core Lannister traits in Tyrion. Cunning. Like Tywin, Tyrion can see 3 moves ahead. Unlike Tywin, he uses cunning not to crush but to persuade and build. Resilience. Every insult, every betrayal only strengthens his resolve. Where others would turn bitter, Tyrion turns sharper. Key lessons from Tyrion's life. Wear your weakness as armor. Tyrion's philosophy, never forget what you are, empowers anyone who feels underestimated. Power is the ability to adapt. Unlike rigid leaders, Tyrion survives every betrayal because he can pivot. Compassion is not weakness. Tyrion shows that kindness and strategy can coexist. At the end of Game of Thrones, Tyrion stands among the ashes of King's Landing, of his family's power, and of the political order that defined his life. He is weary, scarred, and older than his years. Yet, even in this desolation, Tyrion remains what he has always been, survivor who adapts. Tyrion as survivor. Early life. Survived familial hatred by using humor as armor. Middle years. Survived political traps by being sharper than anyone around him. Later years survived war and exile by staying morally flexible yet principled. Survival for Tyrion isn't just physical, it's mental. He refuses to let the world crush his spirit, even when it tries at every turn. Tyrion's mind operates like a chessboard, always calculating, always questioning motives. Unlike Littlefinger or Varys, Tyrion's schemes are rarely self-serving alone. They're designed to prevent chaos rather than create it. Beyond all his enemies, Tyrion's greatest struggle is internal. He battles self-hatred planted by Tywin and Cersei. He struggles with guilt over Shay's betrayal and Tywin's murder. He questions whether he deserves love, friendship, or respect. How Tyrion wins this battle? He accepts who he is. His famous quote, "Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you," applies to all us too. By season 8, Tyrion no longer seeks approval from anyone, not from his father, sister, allies, or even rulers. His decisions are guided by principle rather than ego. Tyrion Lannister begins his story as a mocked dwarf, the imp who drinks and jokes to survive. He ends as one of the wisest and most influential men in Westeros, not because he commanded armies or wielded dragons, but because he never let the world define him. He is underestimated but never outmatched. He is broken but never defeated. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe.